Good evening and welcome to the News Bulletin on a day with Shewta. Intelligence Department quoted attack on wedding party in Pathanamthitta, a serious lapse of police. 20 people from Konni and Kottayam, Kerala, including women, were beaten charged by police last night when they returned from a wedding function. They rested on the road. Bar staff claimed a group of people came to them demanding alcohol towards late night. As miscreants refused to leave, bar staff sought help from cops. At police arrival, the miscreants fled the scene, with cops mistaking the wedding troupe to be the agitators. It resulted in the serious lapse as cops beat them. Some of them sustained head and hand injuries. Women among them sought treatment at the Pathanamthitta General Hospital. Balrampuram toddler murder case. Uncle Harikumar, quizzed psychologist presents. Neyatankara First Class Judicial Magistrate Court granted police custody of Harikumar, the accused in Balrampuram Thiruvananthapuram toddler murder case, for further questioning. He threw his 2-year-old niece into the well. On court's order, he was taken to a medical college hospital for examination and would be interrogated in the presence of psychologists to determine if he has any mental illness. He is expected to remain in custody until Friday. K. Sudarshan, the investigating officer, is in effects as accused denied murder charges after initial acceptance. His sister's disapproval of extramarital affair added to his hostility. Congress leader Lali Vincent accused of selling two-wheelers at half price. Kannur Town Police registered a case against Congress leader Lali Vincent and Anandu Krishnan of cheating women of crores in a bid to give them two-wheelers at half price, with other half to be provided by central government and CSR funds of big companies. Accused fraud will be handed over to the crime branch. 15 cases are registered against Anandu. He committed a fraud of Rs 350 crores. He interested people that he was NGO Federation's national coordinator, managing CSR funds of various Indian companies. With various consultancies in his name, he conducted transactions in their name. Vehicle was meant to be given within 45 days of payment. SFI protest at Kerala University. Police climbed on top of vehicle, arrest leader, activists and remove them. Tension prevailed at Kerala University as police arrested and removed SFI activists. Officers climbed on top of the vehicle and tried to get SFI leader Nandan off, who protested, but failed. Thus, he was tied on top of the vehicle and taken to the station. Activists were arrested and removed with the help of 2 assistant commissioners. Protest was organized by SFI district committee at the university gate, demanding the Senate members be allowed to take oath. Other activists continued the blockade in front of the university once the protesters were arrested. Reports claimed elected Kerala University Union would be allowed to take oath by the Vice-Chancellor. 11 killed in Swedish school shooting, investigation underway. Sweden had the nation's worst gun incident at Örebro, located to the west of Stockholm, at the Risbergska school for adults unable to complete their formal education or fail to get the grades needed for higher education. It killed 10 people, including the gunmen, with hunt continued for potential casualties. Students at the school were immigrants seeking jobs and learning Swedish language. Police vans and personnel stood outside an apartment building in central Örebro. Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson affirmed the day as painful. Sweden had a wave of shootings and bombings, by far the highest per capita rate of gun violence in the European Union in recent years. Trump says US will take over and own Gaza in redevelopment plan. US President Donald Trump claims development plan could turn enclave into the Riviera of the Middle East, owning Gaza after resettling Palestinians elsewhere. Trump aims to supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for grieved people. Trump claimed displaced Palestinians in Gaza would go to other countries of interest with humanitarian hearts, including Palestinian nationals. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu lent his nod towards the declaration, while Palestinian advocates strongly condemned it. Gaza belongs to the Palestinian people. Distracting initiation of political transformation, ensuring Hamas doesn't remain in control, is as unnecessary and harmful. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mahakumbh, took holy dip at Sangam. So as to take holy dip at Sangam and offer prayers to Mother Ganga, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mahakumbh on February 5, 2025. He spent 2.5 hours in Prayagraj. Modi ji arrived at Bamroli airport early morning on his way to Sangam, performed the ritual bath and returned to Arel Ghat, proceeding to Delhi. Last year, on December 13th, Modi ji visited Prayagraj to inaugurate 167 development projects worth Rs 5,500 crores. Those aim to enhance connectivity, improve facilities and provide better public services. Mahakumbh, the world's largest spiritual and cultural event, began on Posh Purnima on January 13th, slated to continue until Mahashivratri on February 26th. Arvind Kejriwal, Priyanka Gandhi cast vote in Delhi election 2025. Delhiites shall elect the government today, contested between Aam Aadmi Party, BJP and the Congress. 70 Delhi seats were polled with assembly polls to be declared on February 8th. 1.56 crore voters shall decide the fate of 699 candidates contesting across 70 constituencies. Aam Aadmi Party, led by Arvind Kejriwal, won 2 Delhi Assembly elections in 2015 and 2020. While the Congress was in power in Delhi for 15 years till 2013, with only exception of BJP, who never was in power in Delhi since the last 27 years. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi requested citizens to vote with Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal. His wife and parents arrived at Lady Irwin Senior Secondary School to cast his vote. After Olympics bid, India sights on hosting 2030 Commonwealth Games. India held talks with Commonwealth Games Federation to host 100th edition of the Commonwealth Games to be held in 2030. India had bid for Olympics 2026. Ahmedabad leads for 2030 Commonwealth Games. CGF President Chris Jenkins and Chief Executive Katie Sadlier met state, central government ministers and senior officials in Gandhinagar, Bhubaneswar and New Delhi. Jenkins met Indian Olympic Association President P.T. Usha in lieu of National Games opening ceremony in Dehradun to discuss a potential Indian bid. The National Games opening ceremony was a medium to strengthen relations between India and Commonwealth Games. Amitabh, Jai Bachchan, Rekha's Silsila, Sridevi's Chandni to re-release in cinemas during Valentine Week. Retro cinema lovers are in for a treat this Valentine's Week as cult classics Silsila, Avara, Aradhna and Chandni are set for re-release in theatres. Restored 4K version shall be at par with National Film Archive of India under National Film Heritage Mission. Amitabh Bachchan's Silsila, directed by Yash Chopra, will be released on February 7th, followed by Sridevi's Chandni on Valentine's Day. Raj Kapoor's crime drama film Avara shall release on February 21st, with Rajesh Khanna's Aradhna on February 28th. Iconic stories are brought back to the big screen.